Eaglemoss is back, and I got a new model from them. Hi, Misha here, and neither of those statements is exactly true, but is kind of true. 9 months ago, the internet was abuzz with Eaglemoss's liquidation. First it started off as rumor, then it very much became fact. They had been doing the Star Trek line of diecast starships for 10 years. And they did other really cool lines like Battlestar Galactica. And they were just starting new lines like Stargate. Unfortunately, they started a lot of new lines delving into things like The Walking Dead and wrestling, and they diversified a little too much. So a company that was around longer than most of us have been alive went away. Like I said, that was roughly 9 months ago. And I was sad. But at the beginning of 2023, there was an announcement of a new company, Master Replicas. They had picked up at least part of the Eaglemoss series, including the Star Trek. And in March, they started selling on their website. And I took a chance and bought a model. Now at this point, they're selling new old stock from Eaglemoss. And I picked up one that I really didn't need, but it does kind of complete a set for me of the Inquiry series. Where did I put it? There it is. And this was the one that was previously a gift only to subscribers, and I never subscribed. In fact, I'm not much of a subscriber at all. I prefer to kind of pick up what I want and avoid what I don't. So I did not get the Toussaint or Toussaint USS, which was the first Inquiry variant. In the Inquiry ship is the infamous copy-paste fleet at the end of Picard Season 1. Which, by the way, how's everyone enjoying Picard Season 3? And it's really good that we have a new diecast shipmaker because, if nothing else, Season 2 and 3 of Picard have given us some cool new ships. First, the new Stargazer, the new Excelsior, now the Constitution 3, and the Intrepid. But in Season 1, this was the Federation ship we got. Well, one of the variants. Oops. See? Diecast, they're fine. It's fine. It's all good. This variant has the cigar-shaped nacelles. And along with the other type, we have either yellow, orange, or red, yellowish orange or red kind of markings for the highlights. I'm not going to get into it in this video. I don't feel like it, don't want to, but let's just say there wasn't much of a budget. I think the copy-paste fleet would have been fine if they had done 20 ships. Because in Universe, this is supposed to be a powerful, rapid response strike cruiser or heavy cruiser. Like I said, this is an Inquiry class. This variant with the long nacelles is about 641 meters and has a crew of roughly 500. With highly automated systems. It's fast, it's deadly, it has advanced phasers and shielding. It also has a forward-facing shuttle bay, which is not unheard of for a Starfleet ship, but still unique. And it has this, which some have thought of as a shuttle bay. It's not. It's a deflector, which, to be fair, on the later CG model is turned more conventional. Which, yeah, if I want to say there's one thing I don't like about this ship, it's this. I'll give it credit for being unique. But otherwise, I actually like the design. It's got a little bit of a Voyager vibe going on with the basically no neck. And the nacelle pylons somehow remind me of Voyager. But it's also got some Enterprise E going on. And it also looks futuristic. So overall, I don't mind the concept. And it's a John Eves design, actually dating back about 15 years. It's just, Picard Season 1 had some promise, as Season 3 is kind of showing us, but I don't hate the design. And since I missed out on this, and I had all the others, I thought, why not? And for me personally, getting the Toussaint, or Toussaint, is kind of fitting as my first one from Master Replicas, because some of my very final ones from Eaglemoss, as they were the USS Mahi and the USS Varian Fry. In fact, one of them squeaked in. I technically received it after they had gone out of business, but of course they'd shipped it, and it was the only outstanding pre-order I had. So unlike some who unfortunately did kind of get screwed and had to fight to do chargebacks, technically they did ship me everything they owed me, even if these were like 6 months late. Here's the short nacelle variant. It's about 631 meters, a little more compact. The Zhenghe was this style too. The major difference, again, yellow. Some say it's more orangey yellow or red. I'm not sure which style I like more. This seems more of a combat variant, squared off. This one just kind of screams power with these cigar-shaped. The only negative I'll say, they do remind me a little bit of the JJ Prize, so but oh well. We'll let it slide, won't we? So yeah, my last from Eaglemoss was an inquiry, and my first from Master Replicas is an inquiry. Seems like poetry, doesn't it? Again, they come in the standard box. They have the magazine inside. All's normal. I don't know if their Master Replicas will continue this pattern. I hope so. So we have a continuous fleet. They didn't have a whole lot on their website when they launched. Again, it was just mostly kind of old stock. Luckily, it was a lot of XLs and things. Not a lot of standard ones. And I had the ones I already wanted. There were a few, like the coaxial warp ship, that I didn't really want or need. But since I was just wanting something new, and I technically didn't have this variant, and it was the 1 out of 4, I do have the 4th one. I just didn't grab it because it wasn't close to hand. This gives me the complete variance of the copy-paste fleet. And I do like this model. It's a construction just fine. I mean, you get a metal saucer. The metal actually continues back to the star drive. And then, of course, you have plastic pylons and nacelles. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention, I wasn't sure how I was going to do. New company. These actually did ship out of England. And the international shipping wasn't bad. I think it took about 2 weeks to get here. But they gave prompt tracking better than Eaglemoss ever did. And it was pretty easy to track. Once it hit U.S. shores and got out of customs, it was in my hands in less than a week. So, can't complain about roughly 2 weeks, like I said. Because I ordered it on a Sunday. And I can't remember if that was 2 weeks ago or 3. But I know it took a couple of days to actually ship. So I think it was 3. I think it took about a week to ship and then about 2 weeks to actually get here. So all in all, better turnaround than we usually get from Eaglemoss. It came in well boxed, no problems there. And I'm glad I did. It was kind of my test run for this company. And I'm glad I waited till they had the Toussaint, because I once in a while would look on eBay and oh my god, just $100. Even some people were wanting $150 for this thing because there aren't many out there. Even though it's just a variant, it was not one that was out on the wild. Heck, there aren't many of the Mahi and Varian Fry either. Fun fact, in the show, these were so hastily thrown together as studio miniatures, not miniatures, but CGI miniatures, they didn't even actually label the whole USS and give it an NCC. So in a lot of ways, the Eaglemoss version has more detail than the actual studio version used at the end of Picard Season 1. So I do find that kind of cool. But no, I do like the design, and I really, really am looking forward to getting these Strange New World ships, especially now that Season 2 was just announced for Strange New World, the release date, so yay. And because I want that Romulan fleet especially, and the Federation ships in there too. I like alien ships, but yeah, Federation ships followed by Romulan, that's where it's at, followed by Klingon. I just love the kind of the main three from TOS through today. So yeah, it was a pleasant little surprise when this came in. Actually came in yesterday on a Saturday, but yeah. Just yeah, it's nice to have a little surprise on your doorstep. And I wouldn't even mind seeing some more of the Disco 32nd Century fleet. I know that's a bit of a controversial topic, but I wouldn't mind since we only have 4 of them. Heck, we have 4 inquiries, right? So my test of master replicas went without a hitch. I don't really have any complaints about the way the company handled things. I mean, I guess they could have given me the model for free for being a loyal customer to the previous company, but aside from actually charging me money, it wasn't bad. And I think they said they're going to release their next line, their next collection, during the first week of April. So we can all stay tuned for that. That should be coming in a few days. What do you think, guys? Have you kind of warmed up to the inquiry, or do you still hate it? By the way, Star Trek Online has the Avenger class, which is a sub-variant of this, more combat-oriented. Like I said, this is meant to be more of a rapid response, but very capable craft in and of itself. Oh, and we do see these in Season 2 of Picard. And the Varian Fry, in particular, actually gets mentioned and seen on screen by name. It's in that whole fleet at the beginning and the end of Picard Season 2. So that's cool that it's 100% canon. The Tucson, or Toussaint, sorry, and the Mahi are still kind of, they're canon, but you know what I mean, it's Star Trek. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good beginning to April. This is Misha, and hopefully I'll be back quite soon with something truly new from Master Replicas. I do know that when they went out of business, Eaglemoss was already working on some new tooling, so hopefully some of that was far enough along they could just pick it right up and roll with it. We'll see, though. At least it gives us hope. And rebellions are built on hope. Whoop, we're crossing franchises there. It's very late. I'm going to go to bed now. Good night.